welcome back to my channel. So today I have for you guys another fall makeup tutorial. This one is super dark and vampy. You guys already know these are my favorite fall looks, so I really hope you guys like it, and if you guys would like to know how to recreate it, then just keep on watching. And also, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go ahead and start out with my face first. So I'm going to start out with this Benefit Porefessional that you already know that I love and highly recommend to you guys. So I'm applying this all over my face. And then for my foundation, I'm going to be using the Frankie Rose Matte Perfection Foundation in their new shade Bear. Now I know it looks a little too white at first, but don't worry, once it's well blended in, it goes into my colors. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend it out with this Artiste brush. You guys already know I highly recommend these brushes. They're so easy to use, and as well they save you your time and when blending out your foundations or concealers or bronzers or whatever you want. But I'm basically just blending this all into my face, and then after that you guys can see that the foundation is starting to match my skin color. But anyways, then after that I'm going to move on to my concealer, and I'm going to be using the Nars Radiant Custard Concealer. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight with this as well. So I'm applying this under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my forehead, a little bit on the cupid's bow, and as well on my chin. And then I'm going to also blend it out with another smaller Artiste brush. I believe this is the Oval 6 if I'm not wrong. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and blend this very well, and as you guys can see, it blends it out super fast and easy with no streaks or anything. So definitely recommend those brushes. Anyways, after that I'm going to go ahead and start cream contouring with the Pure Cosmetics contour stick in the shade medium, and I'm going to be applying this where I normally contour. And then after that as well, I'm going to go ahead and start blending it out with another Artiste brush. This one is a little bit bigger than the concealer one, so I'm just going to go ahead and blend this out, and you guys can see how fast it also blends this out. So after I am done blending this out, I'm going to go ahead and start setting everything. So first I'm going to take my Laura Mercier translucent powder to set all of my under eye concealer, and as well, so that way it prevents it from moving and everything else. And as well, I'm going to go ahead and start baking a little bit on my chin and as well on my forehead. And then I'm going to move on to my bronzer, which this one is from MAC and it's in the shade Dark Golden. You guys already know that this one is one of my favorites. So I'm going to go ahead and start setting where I use the cream contour from Pure Cosmetics. And then after that, I'm going to start removing the powder that we left baking under our eye, and then as well removing the powder all over our entire face, kind of blending it out with the bronzer. That way it just blends in nicely. And then after that, once I'm done blending all of that out, I'm going to go ahead and start baking underneath my bronzer. That way it just makes the face stand out. So after that, I'm going to take my blush. This one is the Tarte Charisma blush. It does have a little bit of shimmer. I know you can't really tell through camera, but it does have a little bit of shimmer, so it looks so beautiful. But after that, I'm going to remove the powder that we left under our bronzer and then move on to the eyes. So I'm going to first start out with this Makeup Geek Creme Brulee eyeshadow and apply this on my crease with the Sigma E40 as my transition color. So you just want to make sure that you blend this very nicely all over your entire crease, as well in the inner corner. And then after that, I'm going to go into my Sola look palette and take the eyeshadow called Alexa. Now this is such a beautiful shade and I highly recommend it. Like, it is so pigmented and it's perfect for fall. So I'm applying this as a halo eye, since it is going to be a halo eye, of course. So first I'm starting out in the inner corner and then moving it into my crease, and then finishing it off at the outer part of my eye, just kind of hugging the eye, as you guys can see, and then just blend out the edges very nicely. And if you need an extra help, obviously take your first blending brush that you started out with. That way we blend it out. But I'm going to make it easier, and I'm going to take Cocoa Bear from an eyeshadow from Makeup Geek and apply this right on top. That way we could just easily blend this out. And so as you guys can see, it just kind of makes it look very diffused, very nicely blended. And then again, I'm going to take my E40 one more time just to make sure that everything is very well blended out. So blending is key, you guys. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take Ariel, which is a beautiful true gold color, and then I'm going to be applying this on the center of my eye. So you just want to work it up and then just stop just before you get to your crease. So don't go all the way to your crease, because after that we do have to blend it out and kind of make it look very diffused. but just kind of stop right before you get to your crease. And then the way that we're going to be blending it out is with that same brush, we're going to be doing little tapping motions. But to help out, we're going to take the first brush that we applied that dark burgundy color just to blend out the edges. And as you guys can see, it just looks so beautiful. So just take your time blending that out. Then after that, we're going to do a wing liner. So down below in the description box, I'll link down below my tutorial of how to do a wing liner. But you basically just want to do a normal wing liner. And then after that, we want to apply a little bit of mascara to prepare our lashes for the falsies. But before we apply them, we'll leave the glue, you know, getting tacky. We're going to apply that same burgundy color on our lower lash line, and you just want to blend it all the way down. And then before we start blending more, we're going to want to take a black eyeliner and apply this on our waterline and as well on our tight line, and this is going to really make it super smoky and vampy looking. So just go ahead and apply the darkest black eyeliner that you have, and then after that you want to start blending it out again with a little bit more of that burgundy color, and this is really going to make it super smoky on your bottom lash lines. But once you are done blending that out, now you want to add a little bit of mascara to your bottom lashes, and then after that we're going to go ahead and apply our false lashes, which these are from Nubounsom. They're in the style Bombay, which by themselves they look very natural and beautiful, but I felt like they also went well with a very dramatic eye, so I definitely recommend those. But next I'm going to take this Citrine highlighter from Jouer, and I'm going to apply this on the inner corner of my eye and as well on my face to finish off my face. And then we're going to move on to the lips. So to start out with the lips, I'm going to first take this lip pencil from Kylie Cosmetics. It's in the color Leo, which obviously it does come with its liquid lipstick, but I didn't want to use that liquid lipstick. I wanted to use one that was a little bit darker, so I'm taking this one from Cryptic Cosmetics, which is in the color Batwalk, and I just felt like it's super dark and vampy just the way I love it, and I love their formula of these liquid lipsticks. But once you're done with that, we are all done with this tutorial, my loves. I really hope you guys liked it, and if you did, don't forget to give me a huge thumbs up, and as well let me know in the comment section what other makeup tutorials you guys would like to see. And with that, my loves, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I love you guys, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye!